And a Happy New Year! Welcome to 2024, my Nostrils! Ah! And welcome to the Nashville Nose. I'm your host round here, Dr. Magnificent. Party! And it's that pivotal time where I rack my brain, think hard, and think back on my most worn fragrances over the past year. After observing all of my juice levels, calculating my most played and most sprayed, and sorting them into 4 separate top 3s for each season, a few of them kind of surprised me. Which compositions did I reach for and enjoy the most? It was a fun year of spritzing and spraying, and I've really enjoyed having all of you with me. If you've enjoyed it and haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing? You're missing out on all the fun. Please be sure to subscribe while you're over here so we can get over there, which is also right here. To my most worn fragrances of 2023, let's explore. The doctor is now in. Oh, and by the way, sorry, my microphone looks absolutely ridiculous. I'm trying to just find the perfect combination of windscreens and pop filters to prevent as many plosions. I had to edit out a lot of explosions in my audio upon editing these videos, and I'm trying to make my life a little bit easier on that end, okay? So sorry if my microphone looks silly. It's ribbed for all of our pleasure. I'm just striving for good quality content, okay? Anyway, starting with my steady spring rotation, I believe my third most worn spring scent was Armani Code Eau de Parfum. That's right, just the original Armani Code Eau de Parfum. It's a plain and simple, no frills scent, but a legendary scent DNA nonetheless. One I have huge respect for and glad it's still around. I'll admit, it's not my favorite from the Code line. I think that would be Code Absolute in my opinion, but this is one I reach for more towards the fall. The original EDP is just a good, dumb reach over the spring. One you can easily grab for everyday activities, easy to wear, easy to like. I would guess it's one of the more groundbreaking scents to help put tonka bean on the map as one of the most used fragrance notes. I see tonka bean everywhere, and it's heavily used in this. Sweet and velvety, yet still bolstered by a rugged suede, musk, and cedar. It's a classic, and I really enjoyed it last year. My second most worn spring scent was definitely Oud Lemon Mint by Mancera. Spelled Oud, but I believe it is pronounced Oud. Correct me if I'm wrong. I hit this one quite a few times during the spring while going out for writing sessions, because it's strong, long-lasting, and noticeable, but not overly loud. When you see Oud, you expect something bold and pungent, but it's much more about the fresh and bright lemon and mint, with the Oud working in the background to add depth and aid in longevity, it seems. This is a winner by Mancera. What a lovely and unique scent. But my most worn spring grab last year was Greenly by Parfums de Marly, no doubt. I could not wear this one enough. What a fantastic scent. Now I'm noticing a trend too when I calculate my most worn fragrances. Although as the eccentric weirdo I am, I often lean more towards unique, complex, and artistic oddball compositions. But more times than not, I do end up reaching for simple and easy scent profiles when it comes to everyday wear, which is not uncommon. Greenly is nothing out of the ordinary, nowhere close to challenging. It's fresh, clean, and easy to grasp, but unlike most mainstream freshies, the green apple theme sets it apart just enough to keep my interest. Some claim it to smell like Garnier Fructis shampoo. I mean, sure, that's also green apple scented, but let's be honest, who hasn't smelled that in the shower and thought, ooh, that's kind of nice. Maybe I do want my hair to smell like an apple orchard. That being said, I don't think it smells like shampoo. It dries down real musky. Just puts you and everyone around you in a great mood. A happy scent, a solid performer, and a compliment beast. In the summertime, it's no surprise my go-to summer scent for wearing at home was again Tonka 25 by Le Labo. Just like last year, Emily and I are fans of the brand and huge fans of the few that we own. She loves how this one smells on me in the Nashville heat, and you know this guy well thanks to me talking about it ad nauseum, but I'll refresh you. Tonka Bean is the titular main character, although on me it's much more about the Atlas cedar with some complementary citrus. Bright, clean, and sharp, but the Tonka bean, I believe, is there just to tame everything and cloak the whole blend with this sweet, comforting, and addictive twist. I'm a dick. I'm addicted to you. Shout out to my emo nostrils. But I was on the road much more than I was home over the summer. And ever since I acquired this designer unicorn, it's been a steady sprayer for me. Light Blue Forever really blew my doors off. I don't wear it around Emily because she's not the biggest fan of its heavy designer citrus. In this case, grapefruit. Lot of grapefruit. Just like Light Blue Oh Intense, which I also enjoyed wearing in the boiling summer heat. But kind of like Tonka 25 or Greenlee for that matter, Light Blue Forever gets unbelievably sexy in the dry down with white musk, along with vetiver for some added refinement, and undoubtedly the best performing light blue flanker I've experienced. So out of these two, Forever is my favorite. And luckily on me, it doesn't give off that BO smell several claim it to exude. I think Fragrance Dude mentioned that on him it smells like dirty socks. Check out Fragrance Dude too if you haven't. Another brilliant veteran fragrance YouTuber. That must be a skin chemistry thing because I can't imagine where that is coming from. I mean, it's grapefruit, it's citrus. Citrus BO. Just doesn't add up. But, you know, smell is subjective and so is skin. It's a shame this one's discontinued. Seriously, y'all, try it if you can, and if you do love it, I would snag it up before it's gone for good. But oddly, my most worn summer scent was a bangin' cheapie. I am a huge fan of the Outr-eau Pour Homme line. I think it's one of the greatest, greatly affordable fougere lines in the entire fragrance world, and I was seriously hooked on their summer-oriented flanker, Outr-eau Pour Homme L'eau, in the nice refreshing looking ice cold lemonade frosted bottle. One I got for no joke, $17 on FragranceNet. As soon as I got it and smelled it, I ordered 2 more because I couldn't believe my nose or my wallet. I was so relieved to still smell that fougere DNA with lavender, vetiver, patchouli, but all that is tucked underneath a symphony of citrus from lemon, grapefruit, and yuzu. For the price, this was a no-brainer and had no quarrels spraying myself silly with it over the summer. For the fall time, I was home a lot more than the summer, so my go-tos were much more on the higher end, because I like to smell bougie around my babe, and I know she's sensitive to cheap, low-quality synthetic ingredients, so I wore it away from most designers while I'm at home, except for this one, Tuxedo by Yves Saint Laurent. As soon as I got this and filmed my fall video last year, I vowed to get my money's worth out of it, because it's not cheap, but it's the undisputed king of patchouli. I don't think there's a soul out there that wouldn't have their knees buckle from this scent. Emily thinks it smells super sexy on me, and that's all I need to hear. And it was no surprise she also felt the same about Création Parfum by Roja. But I think she may like this one even more because she also loves the note of tobacco on me, almost as much as I do. And this one is over twice the price of Tuxedo, so it better be a lady killer. You just smell aristocratic with this one. You've heard me gush over it enough. Yes, it's crazy expensive, an impossible price to the vast majority of humanity, even on the discounters. As the crazy collector I am, I really had to save my pennies, so I'll mention a few more reachable alternatives. I've heard Mancera's Tonka Cola is a slammin' option, and we know Mancera delivers high quality at modest prices. I also hear a lot of love about Création Parfum Cologne, although I've also heard it doesn't have nearly as much depth and complexity as the Parfum. If it's anything like the Eau de Parfum, it may fall a bit flat. Alexandria makes a clone called King Tut, which I also haven't tried, but Alexandria Fragrances has a good track record in my book. Honestly though, I can't see any of those topping this Enigma. Well named, am I right? Yes, I wish mine said Enigma, but mine says Création because of some weird legal problem, but that's the original name was Enigma. Just little backstory. So considering its scent profile is geared for special occasions, and considering its stellar performance, you really don't need a full bottle if you can't afford it. I would suggest buying a little 5 ml sample sprayer from a decant site like Scent Split. You can own the Wonder Juice itself and cancel that kidney donation. But my most worn fall fragrance was Grand Soir by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. What can I say I already haven't said? This may be the best amber fragrance on the market. It's warm, cozy, spicy, sexy, sweet, easy. The compliments are non-stop. You might as well call it Mary Poppins, because it's perfect in every way. If we ever went out for a nice get-together or hang with our friends, this was my no-thinking required reach. You see, that's a much nicer way to put it. I wouldn't dare call this a dumb reach. Again, it's one M loves, it's MFK, so it's no joke when it comes to quality, and the performance is perfect. Strong and long-lasting, but not entirely room-filling. Now to the winter wonders. We're still in the middle of winter, but I'll mention the ones I've worn the most so far. I was traveling a lot during the winter with a huge bag of travel atomizers, you know, like these. So I wore several different fragrances every single day, depending on where I was. But one that got a lot of good amount of repeat business was Number 1 by House of Sillage. Number 001, N.001, N.001, N.01. I don't know how it's pronounced. I just call it Number 1, because it's up there in my book. I just love it. It's nothing crazy, just really nice and people-pleasing. And yes, the cool bottle was a big selling point, I'll admit it. It's got a sweet and spicy cinnamon, and it's funny, when I first got it, that's all I could smell. I thought it smelled like a cinnamon jelly bean. But now, I don't know what happened, but I can really detect the cloves, ginger, mahogany, amber, and oud. All the little complexities which make this so special and unique. Have all of those complexities come out over time as the juice has macerated and aged to perfection? Or is my palate just more dialed in as I've been traveling along my fragrance journey? Who knows? Maybe a little bit of both. And you know what? I can say the exact same for my number 2 pick for this past winter. Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford. I have very much re-fallen in love with Tobacco Vanille this year. Again, I wore it a lot around Christmas of 2022, and as I mentioned in my 12 Sprays of Christmas video that year, this also smelled like just a cinnamon scented pine cone the first time I smelled it. I was like, this price is too ridiculous for me to want to smell like an artificial Christmas room spray. But just like Number 1, I started zeroing in on the robust tobacco, the cacao and dried fruits. And even just when I thought I couldn't understand it even more, I just wore it around Christmas again this past year, and it's even more complex. Again, is it just me? Or is the juice aging like a fine wine? No idea, but as far as Emily and I are concerned, I love it and she loves it on me. And that alone scores some major points. I understand why it's so beloved. But my number 1 most worn winter scent so far last year was oddly a fragrance I featured in my fall scents video. And another tobacco fragrance. What can I say? I love tobacco. It's Tabacaleur by Dior. I bought this over a year ago, but over the past few months, it's really worked its way up in the ranks of my mind. It's an experience and a compliment machine. This is the one I wore the most out of all the travel vials I took with me to Europe. I couldn't get enough, and everyone around me kept asking what I was wearing. I made good friends with this amazing music artist named Mafika, who is so talented and such a sweetheart. Check her out if you haven't yet. Her and her partner both smelled this on me. I sprayed it on their wrists, and they were all like, where can I buy this? It was a hit. So I was hooked on this scent over that whole 6 weeks. And I think it may have surpassed Fève Délicieuse as my favorite Dior collection privé. I know it's a tough call, but it's pretty amazing. As much as I love it, nothing will surpass you as my favorite humans, my dear Nostrils. If you haven't yet, join the family by subscribing. Subscribe for guaranteed non-stop fun. That's what we offer here. Not a bad deal, eh? And I would especially love it if you would give us a like and ring that bell so the algorithm gods bless us all with a happy 2024. Share me with your pheromone challenge friends and family. If you know anyone wanting to start their fragrance journey this year, blast me out on your socials and leave me a comment. What did you wear the most last year? I want to know, because this is not a fragrance channel. Wait, what? That's right. It's a community. And of course, join me next time for the many adventures that await us together this year. Till then, stay eager, stay ambitious, follow your dreams, and of course, stay smelly while doing it. The doctor is out.